All right, welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel. We are here with a special announcement we've been waiting to tell you guys.
So excited to finally be able to share.
We've been keeping a secret for a little while from you guys. So you guys probably already know by the title of the video what's going on, but we are moving.
We sold the farm.
We have sold the farm. It is official.
Yeah.
It's been you probably noticed not a lot of videos have been coming out over the last few weeks. It's been kind of crazy around here. We've been trying to keep this under wraps. Get a lot of things ready, and
it's been wild.
It's been wild.
It's been really hard to keep it a secret from you guys and from some of our friends and family. It's been starting to slowly leak out, and now it's time.
Because we feel finally like we're, over a lot of the hurdles. There's all these paperwork and inspections and appraisals and all these other things, and so we're pretty confident at this point that the house is sold, everything's moving forward, and
I think it's going to happen.
And we have a new house that we've put an offer in on, and it's been accepted, and we're moving forward with that as well.
Right.
So we
have to close.
Just have to close. So we have so many things to talk to you guys about, and so many things to share with you guys. A whole new adventure we're taking you guys on of homesteading and sustainability, and we'll get into some of those things. But we thought that we would sit down and answer a few questions, because what has been the reaction from people?
No one can believe it that we're moving. No. I mean, we love our farm, and our friends and family are just shocked that we decided to do this. And quite frankly, I think we're a little bit shocked too.
Kind of am. Yeah. This wasn't really the plan.
No.
We weren't seeking to move. But some things happened over the past few months that have kind of led us here. And so we want to share those things with you guys. Want to answer a lot of questions. Why did we sell our farm? We've been so happy here. We've shared so much with you guys. We put so much into this place. It was hard to make the decision, but here we are. And so we want to share with you guys kind of four of the reasons that we came to this decision. And
from least to greatest.
Right. So you gotta stick around for the last point. That'll be the most important, the biggest influence on our decision. So the one thing that kind of started this, and this was always in kind of the back burner, the back of our mind, was we love this house. We've put a lot of work into this place. We've renovated about most every room in the house.
Right. Every room that needed to be renovated got renovated, and we just finished up those renovations in the springtime during the quarantine. So
new flooring and kitchen and fixing things and bathrooms and toilets and rooms and bunch of stuff. We love this house, but there's one thing that this house doesn't have. There's one thing it does not have enough of. Space. Yeah. It's just a little bit too small, and so we bought this house. We ran through here. Didn't really care about the house.
Looked at the house. We just loved the property.
We wanted the 25 acres.
Yeah. And it is slowly but surely we're outgrowing it. Our kids are getting bigger. They're getting older. We're homeschooling. Michigan, we stay inside a lot during those cold winter months, and it feels really tight.
Yep.
It's just really tight. We also have some aging parents that we know are going to end up being absorbed into the home as well. And so we were at a point where we were going to add on, or we didn't even think about selling, but we were thinking about adding on for sure.
We have been talking about adding on. We've talked about adding another bedroom and some more living space and making it. We've got 3 daughters. 2 of them share a room, and so it's time for some expansion around here, I think. So that was one of the reasons. We had that on the back of our mind. Now that didn't really press us to start looking for houses or anything, but it was kind of part of the reason. Another thing that has been on my mind, I think a little bit more than yours, just out, and I've talked to you about this before, but out doing the farming type things, the whole point of this YouTube channel, the whole point of the SSL Family Dad and the mom and the kids channel, and the whole thing that we're doing here was to share, our journey to be more sustainable and grow healthy food and grow more of our own food and know where our food came from and raise healthy and animals and be able to raise feed for them and all these other things that we've been wanting to do. And I want to share that with you. But one of the things that we kind of started to feel disconnected was, we're doing things like baling hay and, planting like huge sunflower patches, and we have these big pastures and all these things on, more property than what most people probably have. So, I'm out here baling hay. You may not be able to do that, in the subdivision or wherever,
Right.
what average size property a lot of other people have or whatever. So we kind of started to feel a little bit disconnected. Like, we're supposed to be a DIY channel. We're supposed to be sharing
Right.
what we're doing here so that you guys can do the same things at home, but yet we're doing things that most people can't do. And so this new property that we're looking at, the new property that we're going to be taking you guys to, is really a perfect mix between what we've learned. We can take what we've learned here on the farm,
Right.
take what we've learned in the subdivision, in the small space, and this is kind of like,
It's like
it's in the
somewhere
middle.
right in the perfect middle between
is.
both of those properties. So
it really is. It's such a cool place. We're so excited to show you guys.
Yeah.
We have so many, we've been planning and reading books and all these things about, it's a different style of homestead. It's a different kind of property. It's very flat here. That's not flat there at all. And so we're excited. Like, what can we do differently? How can we take what we've learned here and apply it there and do the whole sustainability thing, but on I don't want to say a smaller scale, but I want to say a more focused scale.
Right.
Be able to do better with what we've learned. And so, and be able to do things that we can say, hey, you can do this too at your house, no matter where you live. And so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And so that kind of drove, that was on the back of our mind too, but that didn't really drive us to start looking for houses. So how do we find this house? Like, what happened?
So I still get realtor.com emails, and I just so happened to randomly get this one particular property, and I saw it and I just forwarded it on to you. I do that from time to time. Again, we really are never thinking about moving. No. And when Todd saw the email, he sent me a message and said, let's take a look at it. And I was like, oh, let's take a look at it. So I got a hold of the realtor, and we went and took a look at it. And honestly, I was not a fan of this place when I first saw it, but Todd was. So
I fell in love with the place. So just looking at the pictures, and again, we weren't looking to move, but when I saw this house, I felt like we had to take the next step. I felt like this was something too cool, and it was too perfect for what we want to do and what we're trying to do here with the whole sustainability thing. And this house is it's a hippie house.
It
built
totally
in the 70s.
is. Yeah.
Totally built for like energy independence, totally built as like a passive heating, passive cooling. What's the coolest thing about it for you?
It has a 2-story solarium greenhouse type room built off the side of it. It's a house that's built in the middle of the woods, completely private, hardwood trees, built into the side of the hill, and this room it's I don't even know what the square footage of just this one particular room that's off the side of it. We can grow a tree. We can grow a tree in our house.
It's part of the house.
And
I mean, it's
amazing. It
huge.
is. We might be able to bring back aquaponics if we want to. Surrounded by windows, 5 fireplaces.
Yep.
I mean, that to us was just...
It's built just the way we would want, like if we were going to build a house. And I wouldn't even be able to think of all the things that are in this house. And so the wood stove, there's wood fireplaces throughout the house, and we're going to be able to heat with wood. It's built south-facing windows, huge windows, so you get a lot of heat that comes in the wintertime. In the summertime, the tree leaves, shade it, and it stays cool. And
it's amazing.
The way that it's built into the hill, it's like those Wallapeenies that we've always wanted to have,
always
but
wanted
we can't because there's no hills on our property.
Yeah. And I remember watching a YouTube video of this home in Sweden. Now, Sweden is way more north than we are. Long winters, and they enclose their home in a greenhouse. And this home reminds me of that. And that was kind of one of my dream homes. I've always thought about that. Ways to grow more, longer, extend the grow season. And we did this greenhouse here, but there is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do it right in our home.
So we're excited about that. Like having the orange tree, we've talked about having avocado trees, we've talked about doing other things that we can do in the house, and all the time that we spend in our house and all through a Michigan winter, we can spend with some sunshine and and growing things throughout the winter.
We're not going to be so controlled by Michigan weather, which Michigan weather, for all of you that know about Michigan weather, it could be 60 degrees one day, it could be 30 degrees another day. I mean, it's so random and sporadic.
A lot of rain and cold and wind and mud throughout the winter months here. So we fell in love with this house, and and that was one of the real reasons we were just like, let's okay, I think we're going to do this. Also, a lot of other things, we just kind of felt God lining this up in our home with some of the decisions that we have already been making over the past 6 months, and other things that have happened that have kind of like pushed us to be like, okay, this is the right way. This is where God is pushing us to go.
We were really starting to hone in on certain things around this farm. I know that just with selling some of the animals and really focusing in on some things, we were already kind of being led down this road. In hindsight, now we can see it just all playing out. And so it's going to be really, for us, it was an easy decision, but for maybe some other people looking on the outside in, it seems very shocking. But for us, it just seems like the next natural step. And doors continually kept opening. And we always said, if they close, and we're fine with that. But this was just one open door after another.
It was. And the more and more, I'm just excited to get in there and get this, move. And so hopefully the next few weeks we can actually take those steps, and we'll start to show you guys this property.
Yeah, we can't wait to show it to you.
Share with you guys the vision.
Think. It's kind of weird.
It is. It's a really different house. You guys are going to love it. It's very cool and a very different property with a whole bunch of potential to do some really cool stuff, cool things. So we're excited to share that with you guys. But one of the kind of the final things that really nailed this all together for us, and one of the biggest reasons why we decided to move, was something I haven't shared with you guys. Is back in August, I was an opportunity opened up at a church in the community that we used to live in, and it was for a full-time paid ministry position, and that is something that we've always been about, doing full-time ministry. We moved out this way to start a church many years ago, and we've done that in different kinds of ministries. But this was something that I could just feel God lining up. It was a production position to do a lot of media things and things. Like you could just see a lot of experiences that I've had to, with YouTube and other things kind of come together.
Your college degree,
the services that we did with the church that we planted out here, all the things that we learned through that, and all the things that we learned through serving in different capacities, all coming together. And God wanted us to do this. And so that presented, it's been awesome. It's been one of the greatest things that we've ever done. I mean, it's been amazing. But it is about a half an hour away from here. And so driving back and forth, although it wasn't like the end of the world, it's been a little more challenging for us. It's wasted time driving, it feels like. And so this house is much closer. And so it's going to allow us to do ministry better, I think.
Right in the community where we live.
In the community where we want to be in the community where we're serving and where we're, with those people. And we really feel like that's God's plan for us. So all those things kind of came together, and that's why we're selling the farm. That's why we're moving onto a no less important or less exciting adventure than here, but different.
Very different. We're going to be living in the middle of the woods.
I know. Can I get a sawmill?
I definitely want a sawmill.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. We need your help naming this new woodland homestead, because woodland homestead just seems too generic. So
we need something cooler, like Goaty McGoatface.
No Goaty McGoatface. We're not going to let any of those names come into the picture, but so lots of different things changing. We definitely want to know what you think of this new change, how shocked you were. We're expecting that, but definitely help us name it, because we're not really good with things like that. So
we've got a lot of kind of rebranding to do. We're going to be coming up with some new names and some new maybe new websites and other things to kind of chronicle this new adventure. And lots of YouTube content coming out. The same channel, SSLFamilyDad. Nothing's changing. Nothing's going away. We're just barreling forward with tons of new content. We'll be taking you guys along on the whole move and the process of us getting ready around here. And we've already done a lot. I'll catch you guys up on that. We've been kind of behind the scenes with the secret actions, activities, but we'll catch you guys up on some things we've done. Super excited. So let me know what you guys think. Throw that stuff down below. Give us a thumbs up on the video. If this is your first time here, if you found us through this video, we'd love to have you subscribe and follow along for the new adventure. Check out some of our old videos. We've been to the subdivision. We've been
in the subdivision, been on
gardening
the farm.
there, been on the farm, and now the woods.
Now the woods.
So
Going to the woods. Yeah.
Should be awesome. So thanks for joining us today, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.